Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Today is June 1st, 2025. We are halfway point of the year. Well, almost there. End of the month will be there. But we're in the 6th month. It's been 6 months in 2025. A lot has happened. You might have been looking at screens, phone screen, computer screen, newspaper. Maybe you might, probably not, but a lot of people looking at newspapers, whatever way you get your information, you've looked at information and you've seen what's happening around the globe in your local community. And some things are the same, things are not. And I hope that in the last 6 months you've improved your lifestyle a little bit, just on an upward trajectory. Just be a little bit better, a little bit stronger, a little bit smarter, a little bit richer, a little bit happier, a little bit whatever you need. Just a little bit better in all aspects of life. I hope you've achieved that. And if you haven't, I hope you're able to achieve it in the next 6 months. Now, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, life can be difficult out there. I have a lot of conversations with a lot of people that are going through a lot of different things, various things. Some very, very stressful, some not so much. But everybody's got their own thing they're going through. I haven't talked to one person that doesn't have something happening. It's always something. Yeah, life's tough. Prices are going up. People ain't making more money. Yeah, it's tough. Finances kind of play a big role in navigating the world, unfortunately. Right? It's true. But I do hope that you're able to somehow figure out a way to navigate this life a little bit better. Now, what I want to speak on is this, though, which I talk about a lot on podcasts and raps and everywhere I can talk about it, is that your attention is geared a certain way. Certain screens, certain personalities, certain the companies or whatever, certain ways direct to certain spaces, places. And there's a lot of different people to pay attention to. Showing, sharing, peddling, dispersing various thoughts on our reality. And some are a little bit different. Their interpretation, their perspective is slightly different, right? And so they all probably could be true at the same time. But what's going to work for you to make your life a little better, right? So when you see all these competing narratives on these screens, whatever screen, social media you're on, I hope you're choosing one that's going to make your life better. Now, they can talk and say this, and that's fine, make you feel good, but is what they're saying going to help you improve your lifestyle? Or is there actionable information that you can take and shift your life in a different direction, right? Now, there's a lot of people on these screens that are doing that, and there's some that are not. There's some that talk a lot, is not really providing anything that's actionable that you can shift your life. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with entertaining and just for the sake of entertainment. But if you're trying to shift your life in a different direction, who are you paying attention to that might assist you with that or give you information that you can use in your everyday life or use to achieve your goals and objectives you're trying to achieve, right? Because they're out there. And I hope you're paying attention to some of these people. And additionally, too, there's different ways and paths and methods to achieve these certain things you want. Now, I talk to a lot of human beings, and we talk about different things, and we talk about achieving certain objectives and goals, whatever it may be. And there's always different paths, right? And some people say, well, you should do this. Some people should do this. You see it in every aspect of life, in companies and politics and families and whatever. Every human being, company have different ways of doing things to achieve a certain goal or have different objectives of trying to achieve, right? So I hope you're able to find one that works with you, whatever it may be. And, there's no leaning on any kind of side or part, just what's going to work best for you and your family, whatever that may be. Right, just try to breeze through and cipher out the people that are not doing that. And there's a lot of them. There's some high-profile people that are doing it as well. And there's some people that are not. But it's just my thoughts on this is just like, when I do these videos and everything I do, my goal is just maybe somehow get you to think a little clearer, make a little bit better choices in whatever, in which you live in your life, whatever that may be. I'm just a regular dude like you. I don't wear this mask, whatever, but I do regular things, regular dude, regular stuff. High profile things on here. I don't have millions of fans and millions of dollars and all this nonsense. Really, there's really no benefit financially or any way of telling you these things I'm telling you right now. There's nothing. I'm not getting anything from it. I'm just passing on these wisdom that I feel might help people do a little bit better in life. Because it's tough out there. It is. And one additional thing too, navigating all the information on these screens is a very new concept. If you rewind the clock thousands of years, no human beings are doing this. Now, I'm a little bit older, 49 years old. I remember a time when these things didn't exist. We had we were looking at books and go to libraries with books, and they have this, just a lot of access to so much information. There's just so much information. There's just so much. And sometimes it can understand be hard to navigate. And some people are just not ready for that. You're just not prepared for it. Now, the people that are born into it, maybe so, but some of these other people, not so much. So I hope you're just able to sift through and navigate this information like mountains and mountains of media and information, selling, pegging, telling, sharing things with you that may not be in your best interest, right? Now, let's be real. Some are trying to get you to do things that it's in their interest, maybe not yours, right? A lot of them are actually, but some are not. And so I hope you're just able to discover, find things that align with you and your family so you and your family can just have the best lives, whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like. It will look different to all of us, right? Whatever you want, I want, might be slightly different. But my main goal and hope is that you have happiness, whatever that looks like, and hope you're able to navigate these streams to achieve that. So the next 6 months forward, maybe look at what you're consuming with these eyes, ears, what you're looking in your brain, what's going here, what's you taking in, and really evaluate, like, is this going to level me up as a human being? Is this going to help me achieve what I'm trying to achieve? Whatever it might be, whatever it is you're trying to achieve, is this going to help me get there? And if not, maybe look at something else or spend less time with that, right? I know a lot of people spend a lot of time doing things that are enjoyable, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to achieve certain things, you might want to direct some of your time to try to intake and learn and try to find ways of achieving that. And it says, I know it's extremely difficult. I know if you have a lot on your plate, a lot of things you have to be responsible, it's very difficult. I'm a single man, and so it's a lot easier for me to navigate that, right? And I've talked to to family, I've talked to people, husbands, wives that have tons of kids, a lot of responsibilities, a lot on their plate, and it's harder to do that. I understand that, right? But even that being said, you might be able to just do a little bit of work each day to just move a little bit further. So in my personal life, I know big leaps are not really there for me. So I just try to mix it a little bit of ground each day. So if you're playing football, just get a little more yards each day. Just a little more yards each day. Just score a little more points each day. Just a little bit better, slightly better. And sometimes you dip back, but just slightly better to keep pushing forward, not stop, right? And then if you watch movies and TV shows and you watch the people that are successful, these are guys that just won't quit. They just keep pushing forward until they get the results they want. And maybe you can apply that to your real life to maybe somehow level you and your family up. That's what I wish for you. So I hope you're able to do that. And I'm not trying to rant here or preach or nothing like that, right? I'm just trying to just maybe give you some inspiration so maybe you can, just keep going, right? I'll be honest. Some days I just want to quit. It's just over. It can be overwhelming. Let's be real about it. Yes, and I'm a single man with not as many responsibilities as some of these other people here. It can be tough, but just know this, that everybody going through it. I mean, you got people with high incomes or low incomes, they all going through it. They all got something they're dealing with, handling it. Almost virtually everybody, not everybody, almost everybody's dealing with something that they prefer not to, or stressful or whatever. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of different walks of life from all demographics, and there's always something going on. Life can be difficult, but guess what? If you're seeing this video, then you have access to the internet. You have access to the wealth of information on the web. Now, back 1,000 years ago, nobody had this. You have all this information at your fingertips. What will you do with it? How can you use it to change and shape your life to make yourself a better human being or achieve the goals you want? It's right there, right here. This thing right here is access to the world's database of information. You have all that. What are you going to do with it? How can you combine that information, use that information to have a better lifestyle, right? I mean, you can. You might be able to do it. You might not. But I don't know. But people in the past did not have that. You have all types of knowledge. And I feel more knowledge you have, the better equipped you are to navigate planet Earth. This is my theory, right? The smart people, the intelligent people usually can navigate Earth well. So use this thing, level up your intelligence, learn tons of stuff, and maybe you achieve just a little bit better lifestyle for you and your family. Hope that's true. Anyways, this is month 6. We got 6 more to go. We into 2026. And next year, 26, I will be 50-year-old man. 50-year-old man, 5 decades on planet Earth. It's absolute madness. Maybe you don't think I look 50. Maybe I do. I mean, I'm wearing a mask. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'll be 50 years old next year. Crazy. 2026, bro. We're now in the future. Where the flying cars at? I'm still waiting on them. Like the Jetsons, bro. But I don't know. Anyways. I appreciate you taking 9-10 minutes of your time a day to pay attention to me. I know time is precious, and you just spent 9 minutes with me. I hope that it was worth it and somehow levels up your lifestyle. And one last thing before I sign off. Time is finite. Once you use it, it's gone. So be really particular about how you use it, honestly. Because some people just squander it, and it just, once it's gone, it's gone. So I really greatly appreciate that you viewed this video. If you viewed the whole thing, thank you very much. Because I do know how precious time is. And I appreciate that you take time to pay attention to what I'm saying. And hopefully somehow it impacts your life in a positive way. So thanks for joining me. I am Che Cortez, also known as the Captain. If you want to hear some of my other rants and yarns and whatever I'm talking about, I got music, podcasts, me running my mouth, giving my opinion like everybody else. And maybe you find it interesting. Maybe you won't. I don't know. If you said this guy's a mess, like you're crazy. Maybe. I don't know. But thanks for joining me. I appreciate that. And we'll see you later on. Peace out.